Last night, the competitors sailing the 2025 Star Western Hemisphere Championship enjoyed a true Gibson Island experience with a lawn party at Commodore Chris Burnham's home. And this morning, they were greeted by plenty of wind to start the tow out to the racecourse on time, getting a true tour of the Chesapeake Bay. Hi, I'm Ashley Love from T2P TV. We have a two-way tie coming into the second day out of 3. George Szabo and Arthur Anisov are tied with 3 points, while John McCausland and John Lowe are close behind in 3rd and 4th. The first start is in a northerly, more lined up with the current today, so that should help everyone stay under this line. And bow 26 decides they were over. Let's do a restart. .8506 is Stephen Braverman sailing with Ron Rezick from Cottage Park Yacht Club in Winthrop, Massachusetts. Stephen met Ron when Ron was just graduating college back in 1996. They went out for their first sail on a Star, and they've been sailing together ever since. Oh boy, Aaron Serenas is here at the top mark in first place, and George Szabo doesn't really love that tack inside the zone. Right behind them is Quentin Gallen sailing with James Golden in 3rd. We're sailing a course 4 again today that is 4 legs, and bow 13 on their first downwind is John Gardner sailing with Alex Taylor from Nepean Sailing Club in Ontario, Canada. Race committee is moving the top mark a little bit to the right, so George Szabo is making a left turn. Aaron Serenas made a right turn at the exact same time at the other gate. Thomas Lodrigan rounds in boat number 18, sailing with Mike Farmer from Island Bay Yacht Club, the winner of this event in 2011. Derek DeCoteau sailing with Chaz Beek, like the right. Race committee includes an army of international umpires watching for Rule 42. George Szabo makes that right side of the course work out quite well and is around and setting his whisker pole before anyone gets to the top mark. 84-81, rounding in third place is John Lowe, sailing with Phil Trinter, who has won the World Championship as a crew twice and second as well in 1992. George Szabo and Guy Avalon wrap up race number 3 with a bullet. They've been sailing together for quite a while, and they finished 5th at the Worlds in 24 and 2nd at North Americans just a few months ago.
We're hosting this regatta at Gibson Island, Maryland. It's a really unique place. It's got one of the most spectacular safe harbors, and it has about 200 homes. It's got a long yachting history. It began in the 1920s. First thing they did is buy a one design fleet of sailboats because they knew that one design racing was the way to go. There was also a lot of ocean racing in here. The Annapolis-Newport race was originally the Gibson Island to New London race. The Star class was here from the beginning. In 1924, they bought 24 of these star boats here. They were all named after different fish: trout, swordfish, bonito, shark, and they tried to paint them all different colors. Pretty soon, in 1929, Lowndes Johnson and his brother Graham trailered their Star down to the Worlds, the Internationals they called it, down in New Orleans. Now imagine towing a wooden Star, probably on a wooden trailer, homemade, behind your Model T, down to New Orleans. So they did that, and they won. And they built the boat themselves. It was called Eel, and they brought the boat and the trophy and the whole regatta back here. So in 1930, we hosted the Worlds here, the Internationals. And we had kept everybody housed here on the island from all over the world. That's what we've tried to reproduce in this regatta. This whole regatta was a throwback, we like to think. We're really pleased about everybody who has come all this distance to race this regatta. It's great for the island, great for the Star class, great for the sailors, and I think we'll have a good time.
The start of race number 4, there's a slight right trend, so more boats are packing up at the boat end. The current continues to keep everyone well under the line. Bow number 11 is one of the first boats to tack out. Dwight Escalera sailing with his daughter Elizabeth, hailing from Newport, Rhode Island, the Ida Lewis Yacht Club. Larry Whipple and Brian Sharp from Coral Reef Yacht Club have Cornersville'd it, but there's a few more sending it even farther right. At the first top mark, Quentin Gallen and James Golden find a way back to the starboard ley line with 2 quick tacks. '29 has a very shy ley line. Are they going to get 2 tacks in? Ooh, with this current and down speed, you should have enough momentum to make it around. A little mayhem mid-fleet as 6 boats get here at the same time. Bow 14 has the right idea. Let's just go sail above this and around it. First downwind. We have Brendan De Palma and Roberta Ayala from the Melbourne Yacht Club in Florida. There's a familiar face, George Szabo works his magic downwind and has passed into the lead with 8.481 John Lowe in a close second. On the second upwind, bow 27. 1945 is Jim Ryan, Andrew Devlin from Miles River Yacht Club. Depositing all of their life savings in the left side bank is Joshua Powell and Arthur Lopez. Arthur, the crew, his best finish at Worlds has been third. George Szabo and Guy Avalon around the second top mark in first by about 20 seconds. And rounding in fourth is Ken Woods, sailing with a world champion crew, Samuel Goncalves from Brazil. Bow 23, Joshua Powell and Arthur Lopez, they had banged that left corner, and they're just squeaking by a nice pack of starboard boats. Two, one, one, one. What a score line for George Szabo and Guy Avalon. That wraps up race number 4 and our coverage of day number 2 of the 2025 Star Western Hemisphere Championship. Join us tomorrow for the final day to see what happens out here on the Chesapeake Bay. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ashley Love from C2P TV.